Hello.
I can fix anything. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Powering up. Portal online.
I'm good. I'm gonna play this like Fel Reaver list or Fel Reaver secretless Mech Mage. I kind of tweeted about. Looks pretty cool. Apparently came from like the Asian servers. 4-4-4-3. I guess this guy is better against Mirror and T, but not by that much. It'll have to do.
Something needs tinkering?
Nice. No Mirror to do.
For the king!
English mode. Okay, so I'm assuming this is counterspell. I can use the Rusty Horn to bait out a counterspell. It'll be later though, because this turn I'll play Fel Reaver still. Probably, yeah. This is good. If he wants to take out the Fel Reaver, he has to maybe like trade off the Shredder and a spell, maybe like plus a Fireball or something. I'm assuming he's not running BGH either, so plus I have like 12 points of burn damage in my hand. If I even get like another wave of Shredder attacks off and this Technician, it's pretty much lethal. I can use Rusty Horn to bait out the counterspell.
Interesting.
This is back to NA. Europe sober. I actually missed it. I thought it was I thought the server was gonna reset later. Then it did, so.
Online.
It's kind of annoying that he has a taunt. Let's see, I can at least use the 1-3 to kill off the Divine Shield. I guess I'm not going to be able to get the face hit with the Fel Reaver this turn. I'm just going to play my slow minions. Seems kind of reasonable. I don't see a good way around it after that 1-3 ping ping attack. Ping ping. Now let's want to fireball a minion, so let's see, attack this, fireball that, go face, attack this, fireball that, go face for 8, plus play the Neutron. I guess it's probably fine. Oh, but it's a... I can't play Neutron. That's the Rusty Horn. That's probably not worth it at that point. I'm playing my minions first.
Get complacent.
I actually should have probably kept the Rusty Horn for next turn, since I can ping and Rusty Horn and play Fireball. That way, if he has a second counterspell, it can't counterspell me this turn. Probably not a big deal, because mostly they're using like maybe 2 mirrors in one counterspell. Another thing is I can probably get a spell from this gnome, so I can just use it like that.
Let the pain speak to me.
Don't win about as bad as I could have. barring something really weird, like playing around weird stuff, I'm not sure what the best thing to do is here. Because this way I get to have this Archmage spare part still, so at least one more fireball guaranteed. Whereas if I use my reversion switch on maybe my Fell Reaver, then I might not be able to get this spare part, but it makes my board a little bit stronger. Card that got revealed today. It's like mathematically equivalent as far as like stat points to like Wolf Rider and I guess like standard 3 drops with 7 points of stats. With how the Hearthstone stats works, I guess. But I feel like it'll be probably more useful than Wolf Rider too. I have 2 mechs. I feel like I can keep Tinkertown, and it's very powerful against Druid to have like a fast minion start. This is pretty much a way above average one, so. I'll probably just curve out like this, even though this is weak to hero power here. If I coin out the Neutron, I don't have a follow-up on turn 2. I'd just be playing the Clockwork. I don't know if it's worth it to maybe just coin out anyways instead, just because of hero power. I mean, it's kind of like, at least he's not wall growthing, so it's not that bad anyways. Oh, T-Bone. Oh, thanks for subbing. Welcome to the Strife crew. It's a crow fist. Definitely a Neutron here. It sets up for my mechs, basically like Tinkertown. Yeah. This turn has a lot of options now. It can blast. Actually, so many things make sense. Shredder, Blast Mage, and Tinkertown both all make sense here. It's unlikely for the Blast Mage to kill it, but if it does too, it'll trade for it. Problem is, it's kind of weak to swipe, and that's his perfect turn 4 move in a way. Let's say I play Tinkertown, then I'm really weak to swipe in a way. Play Shredder might actually be my best move. Shredder's a little bit weak to the trade on the Zombie Chow. I guess this interrupts his mana for swipe compared to the Blast Mage, but it's weaker in the sense that if he drops another 4-drop here, it's maybe like my Blast Mage is gonna, I guess, like miss more or kind of fail more, so. That's pretty good. I can actually kind of try this out. It didn't really matter this way because he, like, I killed the Keeper anyway, so this is as good of a shot as I was going to get last turn as well, so, and I got to interrupt his swipe turn potentially. It's unfortunate because, like, if I left a 4-1 here, he would have a very awkward turn 5. They usually don't want to drop a 3-drop on turn 5, it's usually going to be a 5-drop.
Where shall I strike?
If I ping next, maybe go for a stronger move. It's easier to fit in like these things later on, but then in a way like it's weaker if I play Lothab, because then I have to ping next turn on the Drill Call, and only have 4 mana. It's kind of hard to fit in everything. I think I'm just gonna go for the Mana War move here.
I can ease your pain.
Also kind of need to draw Mech soon.
Interesting.
Go for a big tempo play, I think.
Something is flickering? Hot, hot, hot!
Where shall I strike?
That belongs in a museum.
I see.
Hot, hot, hot!
Getting kind of weird. Not really a great, I guess like a great game against Druid. Should be a good matchup for me, but I'm running out of stuff now. I feel like I'm gonna just run out of steam now. Maybe I can top deck enough burn to kill him with like Fireball, or I guess Archmage isn't really gonna do it. I don't have any spare parts right now or any spells. Maybe something like a Dr. Boom, get some boom bots going as well.
I must safeguard the land.
Seven, 11, 12. So I died in 2 turns. I guess it wouldn't matter to ping any of his minions. It doesn't really hit any breakpoints.
Well played.
It's like 7 hours around.
I will fight with honor. Let the games begin.
I like this hand a lot. Oh, nice, especially getting 1-drop. I think the most important card against Paladin is Goblin Blast Mage. So I really like this curve of Spider Tank on turn 3. Like, I don't have a lot of good turn 3 drops, and Spider Tank is very, very high health. It's very likely to stick around. It's actually almost a perfect hand. I mean, for the most part, though, you can get run over against Paladin pretty easily. Like, Coghammer doesn't trade, or Cogmaster doesn't trade very well against Shield Minibot, and especially if they have, like, Minibot and Muster for battle. I will need the Goblin Blast Mage, I feel, in order for me to clear it out, but I'm gonna see if I can... Okay, that's good. Hopefully I can stick some mechs. These are hard to kill, actually, especially with the 1-drop fighting for board control.
The light protects you.
Squire, not too bad. I believe I will start trading here.
I'll fix you.
Not worried about face damage in this matchup against this kind of paladin. I'm very worried about Divine Shield snowballing.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I'll fix you.
No, I actually went face. That's pretty crazy. I guess I'm going for the Blast Mage. I can ping and trade and play Chugger, but I don't feel like that's that good. Is it? It's pretty good. But I have a chance that this 3/4 survives. Yeah, I should just play this.
Well met.
Wow.
Victory is yours.
Oh, never mind. I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Let the games
I
begin.
guess with the Snow Chugger ping move, I would still have to trade. So it's not like it would have really turned out better. Alright, I'm looking for... I think Kaceytron is really important. Another card that's really important is... Or I guess something that could be really bad is basically Armorsmith against my deck. Just because Armorsmith is a way for him to hit the Divine Shield off from Kaceytron. And it's hard for me to kill, so... Interesting hand. And you think about whether I want to play the Clockwork on turn 1 or wait. Because playing Clockwork on turn 1 opens me up to a coin plus some... yeah, let's just wait. It opens you up to a coin Cruel Taskmaster. Even though the Cruel Taskmaster doesn't really contest the Mech Warper, you can also like coin Armorsmith and get the actual attack off. If he's targeting, I wonder if it involves, I guess maybe Slam to cycle. Maybe Inner Rage as well. Hopefully it doesn't have it though. I do have a good answer for Acolyte of Pain. And he can't play Deathspite here. But I need the minion follow-up. Like, if I can get 2 minions to snowball against weapons, that'll be really good. Like a Shredder or something next turn.
Something needs tinkering?
If I didn't pick this up, I would probably Frostbolt. Let's go ahead and armor plating this guy. It's better against Deathspite. Not by that much because he can Deathspite this and then second charge this, but I guess with this hand I will be like Frostbolting face here, so it's pretty important for me to actually take out, like, keep my big guy alive with more damage. I could probably change that play. I don't have any thoughts on the Mech Mage, whether it's better or worse than another deck. It's actually my first time playing it. What I liked is that's using Fel Reaver. I think that's like a reason why Shaman is pretty good. Like, you use a lot of BJH targets. I kind of don't respect BJH a lot right now. Like, it's not too common, so... it's pretty good. I'm getting this 8 damage. He will get multiple cards. So much damage though. This game's looking really good against Patron Order, I feel. He's trying to find Execute right now. Wonder why I didn't just attack this guy, because I feel 8-5 and 8-6 is the same.
My blade be thirsty.
Well, that's one game Fel Reaver has won me. I guess it'll be like a count throughout the night. How many games it loses me, how many games it wins me. Let's see. This one I'm going to show you pretty straightforward, pretty much against anything. Oh, I'm happy to see this actually. Like, Standard Zoo is actually much harder because of, like, the sticky minions are really hard to deal with. Especially for like Blast Mage going into Nerubian Eggs. This is much less bad. I like Mech Warper here over Snow Chugger. Just because if I have to coin out the Chugger, then if I play Mech Warper next turn I can't do anything anyways, I might as well just take the risk. And then if this survives I can just play double. Whereas if it dies, it's not like it costs me anything, so. Because I have nothing to do anyways next turn. Might be a different scenario here. Although this kind of forces double trade, whereas Chugger doesn't force the trade. But saving Warper won't really do anything next turn because Cog Masters aren't mechs. I wonder if I can make a slightly weaker tempo play like this. This actually makes some sense. Because that way I can play both of these in turn 3. Usually want to play fast against, like, in these tempo matches, maybe make your strongest move, but I feel like it's okay.
I smell blood.
He has life tap and I don't, so I might run out of cards. And this helps me next turn a lot. Cogmasters don't trade very well against small minions compared to these guys. 2/3s. Are you going to use a new card back? I'm using the cool Dalaran Flame one that Van Doom sent me. The Tespa card back. I realize I've seen other people with that. I always wonder how they got it, but I like this one a lot. I think it looks like the best. I guess it's hard to see because feeling like I'm in good shape here, actually. It's just like, this is not a hard board for me to deal with, whereas like an egg type board would be really hard for me to deal with.
I can fix anything. I can fix
So I have a
anything.
ping, attack, ping, attack. I might as well attack ping the one of my... Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't think it's relevant. Like the same ping. It's like the same thing. If I pinged that one, I would just take one more damage on a Mech Warper. So I think my board is too strong now. This kind of like zoo is not sticky enough.
Fight, maggot!
Oh, I did get both. Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't need the low up here. I actually needed the Mech to trade up there. Wow, really? Wow. That's pretty ambitious. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have any chance of winning like this. Like, seems like he had to take board control. I don't know. I mean, maybe this is his best chance. Seems kind of weird, though.
You win this time.
Apparently Marson went from, or Nimsh, I guess you guys know him better as Nimsh. He went from like rank like 3,000 on Europe to like rank 100 in like 4 hours in the last day with this Mech Mage. Seems pretty strong, but I haven't played too much yet. We'll see. But replacing Power Blast and Freeze Mage with Malygos, I don't like it in a normal Freeze Mage. I think like a Malygos Freeze Mage is quite a bit different, like not just one card difference. The Power Blast is much like the Malygos one sets up for longer games. Power Blast is an easier to use card. Even though Power Blast is like technically one less mana, that's not really what matters in that situation. And Power Blast is so simple, where you can get someone down low and Power Blast them. Malygos basically, you need to play a much more controlled game. It takes a lot more setup.
Hurry up. I am ready.
I actually curve out okay, like a very minion heavy curve against Druid, which is good.
Tazdingo! Yes!
The Mana Worm here is like suicide on it. Let's see. I need to either decide to play Mana Worm here, or okay, that might change things as well. A couple of options here now. Mana Worm just like dies, but then it's a 3/4 and I can get through like that. Not exactly the worst thing. It is a high potential minion though. Maybe not throw it away here with 2 spare parts. I'm gonna start running into some very inefficient trades though. I can't even ping next turn. Let's say he attacks the 4/4, or like I freeze it. Then next turn I attack, ping. I guess it's okay. Let's do this and save the freeze. I think the freeze is more relevant. Hoping for not second swipe here, but I think this move is better.
Safeguard the land.
Alright, so I'm not going to get the ping off anyways, so I just play low up here now.
Interesting.
It's actually a pretty decent turn, setting my 3-1 here, because he wants to play a 5-drop as Druid. They have a lot of 5-drops. It's hard for him to just play a 3-drop here. Well, I guess that makes sense, he can just trade, but that makes this guy with the ping. It's okay, actually, it's actually good for him. Oh, that gives me some options, maybe. Mana Worm, Frostbolt. No, so I guess it doesn't do anything here. Like, it's not enough damage. Seems like I'm actually having hard times against Druid. I think it's maybe an anomaly too. Oh right, I'm missing Mad Scientist. That's actually a big thing. If I play Dr. Boom, I can't attack. If I attack here, he can just trade in 3-1 against the 7/7 and then swipe or something if he has a second swipe, which I don't think he does because he already used one. There's a good turn for it, but it's just there's like other things like say Wrath or something like Double Wrath. It's just like I don't like attacking here with the 7/7 out and setting this guy to a 3-1. I think I finished like top 50 on Europe. Not really that great. I actually didn't play at the end at all. I thought I had 2 more hours. Okay, this should be a pretty straightforward turn with the Archmage.
You require my assistance.
It's actually very unlikely he can deal with this Archmage. If he's running Ancient War, Force Nature is maybe not in his deck as well. And he's already used 1 Keeper. Those are like the main things I can think of that would deal with it. Is Keeper and Force of Nature.
I've got the beast in my sight.
It's very scary, but alright, Archmage is up. So Mana Worm, double Fireball. I can also do Mana Worm, Frostbolt Fireball, 6, and I get 1 extra ping off, which would be on this guy. That actually gives me a better. Yeah, that's better. Let me just make sure I don't mess this up. I think base makes more sense than trading. Because I'm okay with this trade, and then if he's trading anyways, then there's no difference. Savage Roars, like, I guess would punish me a little bit. Authority 11, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back. Crowfist. It's just like against big druids, it's better to have more fireballs than frostbolts, so. It's like the same move, relative, kind of, except my hand is 3 fireballs instead of 2 fireballs and a frostbolt. And against a druid with like big taunts, this is definitely better. Yeah, there's actually a move that would have kept Archmage alive. I didn't value it that high though, because it keeps his Ancient War alive as well. Okay, wait, if I double Fireball, 12, 14, 15, I guess this still makes more sense. So I'm low enough to still get the development board. Maybe it makes more sense to not play this cog and just ping to 7 to 5. 5 and 6 is the same pretty much, but this is just MC tech basically. I like fireballing and 2-2 over trading the 4-3 for it though. I get to save 2 health on a minion, and I only lose 2 damage, so.
I concede.